Hey guys, Franz here. Got a quick video for you guys on how to build a raised bed just like the one behind me for your backyard, small homestead, farm, whatever you want. You can plant a lot of stuff in here. This is super basic, super easy, super fast. Let's get going. Sweet. All right, let's go ahead and get some measurements so you can see how big this thing is. It's pretty big, takes a lot of soil, but it's awesome, especially if you have something that needs to root really deep. The wood we chose was 1x6 by 8 foot rough cut cypress. So obviously you don't want to have any treated type of wood when you have a raised bed. So let's take a look at the sizes. For our height, you have 4 of these boards stacked on top of each other. Brings you right to about 25 inches right there. Boom. And as far as your width, you're looking at about a 4 foot span, but outside to outside, you're gonna measure in at right at 50 inches. You see that? Whew. All right, and as far as length goes, we know it's an 8 foot board. We're gonna measure these bad boys. We need 8 because we're going 4 high on the long pieces. So we need 8 of these, 4 on each side. Always check your ends, make sure they're square. A lot of times they're not. Okay, I've ran into this a bunch of times where you're like, oh, you know, this is a nice piece of wood, looks good, looks finished, should be square, right? And you start building and you end up realizing it's not square, so always check it. As you can see right there, it is not square, right? Slide it up and down, not square at all. So make sure before you measure and cut, always take the side you're gonna start measuring from, chop it off, make sure you're set on 0 on your own saw, chop it off, then you measure whatever distance you want. Now you can go ahead, get your 8 foot mark. All right, there's our mark. Grab your square, put it underneath. There's your 8 foot mark. Okay, so one other thing you can do, totally up to you, is if you know this is your 8 foot board, you can now cut from here every time on, right? So lay it on top. I mean, most of you guys probably know how to do this, but you lay it on top, right? You make your mark, boom, and you're cutting off of that. Put my 4 foot board in that I know is 4 foot because I've measured it multiple times. On this one, if you're going to build it the way I am building, your corner posts, your 4x4s, that's what I'm using here, 4x4 Cypress, by the way. Your corner posts are going to be 24 3/4 inches. Let's go. So you think it's 4 high, right? 6, 12, 18, 24 inches. But there's always a little play, right? The boards might warp a little bit, they twist a little bit, the way they're cut, whatever it might be. So I just remeasured this one that I've done already. It's actually not 24, it's 24 3/4, just the way they sit on each other. There's a little gap here and there, whatever. So for those of you not quite familiar with woodworking or using these kind of tools or anything like this, so instead of measuring and then there you go and take your tape away and then put your square down, just lift your square up, your tape up, put your square down, put your tape on top of it. See, now you can slide it exactly where you want to measure. So 24 3/4 is right about there. Boom. And draw our line. Good to go.
Measure twice, cut once, right?
If you want to, you can just use this. Make sure it's nice and square, line it up. Draw your line. We just had a bunch of plumbing work done back here, so excuse the mess for now, but it'll be nice one of these days. All right, for the screws, I use 2 different sizes just because initially I didn't have enough of everything, so I kind of like split half and half. But this is a number 10. If you ever have to go buy any, this is what I use. A number 10, it's a 2-inch screw. Okay, it's pretty thick, it's pretty decent. But then also I offset, so I use 2 and 2, and I kind of offset them. So I use the 2-inch, and then I use these beasts, but they're thick, boy. So there you have it, the number 10 by 2-inch. You use the 5/16 by 4 inches. So then these guys will go there and there, kind of offset them. You don't have to do that. These are just obviously more expensive, but it's up to you. All right, guys, there you have it. Quick and easy raised bed out of Cypress. Reasons why we picked Cypress: obviously you don't want to have any treated materials. So the reasons we want Cypress is, one, it smells good and it works really well. It can get wet all the time, doesn't really matter. Super strong. So there you have it. Nice and easy build, and she's happy. Now she can go ahead and keep planting her stuff as she's doing right there. Till next time, see you later.